Welcome back to the Mr. Movies podcast. It's been a minute. We apologize. We're bad people, but you love us.
I think the country's in a little bit of unrest right now.
I don't want any excuses, Duncan. Okay.
Sorry, I got scared.
Welcome to our October video. October was a month where I was locked in. I was cold. It was dark. And I watched a lot of movies.
I am in the exact same boat. I think October's when it really hit me. And I was just like, dear God.
Heck yeah, brother. Duncan, what did you watch?
Oh boy, am I starting? I watched the fucking worst Adam Sandler movie I've ever seen first.
Can I guess? Was it the Hoobie Halloween?
No.
Was it 50 First Dates?
It was, yeah.
It was? Ooh, I nailed it.
And okay, so 50 First Dates, it's about this like suave bachelor. For some fucking reason, he's played by Adam Sandler. And like his whole character is that he's like been with hundreds of women, but he won't settle down. And then he finally meets this one woman who has short-term memory loss, who relives the same day every day. So for him, it's like, oh, I don't have to like form any attachments because like she'll just forget me. But then they fall in love. He tries to like, it's a terrible fucking movie. I hate it.
Wait, how does she fall in love if she forgets?
He like stages a meet cute every day. So like they bump into each other and he's like, hey, wow, you look familiar. And she's like, hi, you look familiar. And then like by the next day she's forgotten. And like, it's so stupid. Don't watch it.
Okay. Well, thank you for that raving review.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Did I watch a comedy? Let's see if I can. I did.
Oh boy, what did you watch?
I watched two. But they're sequels, so I figured let's just talk about them. I, for the first time, delved into the wonderful world of Borat.
Oh, I watched Borat 2. That's on my list.
So let me talk about Borat 1 real quick. Hilarious. Great concept. I like the second one a lot more than I like the first one.
Okay, yeah.
And I will say, after watching these movies, I could not stop running around my house saying, very nice. You can't, that movie, that voice is just infectious.
It's very quotable. It's been quoted to death.
What do you think of Borat 2?
I typically am not a huge fan of the whole like public stunt kind of thing. I know you like Impractical Jokers and stuff like that. I wish the movie had more of a statement, but instead it was just like, whoa, look how weird the South is. And then they tried to claim that Borat infected America with coronavirus.
That was funny. I thought that was funny.
It was funny, but it was just like what are we saying here?
No, I thought I had a lot to say. I think what he does best is he gets people comfortable, and then he gets them to admit sides of themselves that they would not otherwise do.
Which is,
I think it's very showing. I thought it was very showing, especially like when he lived with those. I was watching an interview with the guy who plays Borat. What's his name? Sacha
Baron Cohen.
Yeah, and he was like, those two people I lived with, they were very nice. They just had very extreme views. First of all, can we talk about those people that he stayed with? What did they do for a living? Because they had a really nice house.
I think it's common for the South to have large properties go for very cheap.
Okay.
And then like it's like the exact opposite in like northern states where you have like kind of small living spaces for like an insane amount of money, like New York apartments.
That's true. Yeah, so I liked Mr. Borat. I thought
What did you think of the inclusion of his daughter Tutar?
I thought she stole the show. I thought
a lot of people didn't like her because people wanted it to be like a Borat movie, and then all of a sudden you have like a different character.
It was though. Oh my God,
Tutar complimented Borat so
I thought it was great. I love the scene where she goes to the bakery and she eats the baby, and then she has to go to the clinic. I thought that was the funniest thing.
I think what really got me was that in some scenes you can see her breaking because
Uh,
she's not as a veteran of like this kind of thing as Sacha Baron Cohen is. So like there are scenes where like she has to like cough or like turn her head away because she's just breaking and
hmm.
laughing.
There was a scene that was deleted from the movie that I saw where, do you know the, are you familiar with the news network? It's called like OAN or something.
I have heard of it. Yeah.
It's like a very right wing sort of thing. There was a scene where, and it's deleted, where they got her to be a reporter for them, and she actually got into the White House for one
No.
of the press briefings. Yeah, you can look it up. It's so funny, and people are like, "This is kind of messed up that like someone
Too
joking
right.
was able to get into the White House, feet away from like the president and stuff. Like that's kind of messed up."
The fact that some random lady in a movie
Mhm.
can like get that close to the president is
Yeah.
not to get political, but uh-oh.
Well, no, that's for any president. That's bad.
It's
That's
pretty
just bad
bad.
on our country, really. But if you're watching this outside the United States, let us know down below in the comments. What do you think of us? What
And
do you
like
think of our little predicament?
feel free to laugh because like we can't laugh, but you
We
guys,
cry.
yeah, oh.
Um,
So yeah.
Duncan, what did you watch?
I watched a okay, so I'm in a class called British Comedies.
Oh my God, I already love where this is going.
So every week I have to watch a goddamn British comedy. I got to admit, they're not all great.
Hmm.
Like some of them are really great, and then some of them just do not work. And one of those was The Lady Killers.
Okay. Better or worse than 51st Dates?
Better.
Okay.
I'm never gonna forgive 51st Dates. So The Lady Killers is okay, it's one of those movies where like the concept is interesting, but the actual movie itself doesn't work. It's
Hmm.
about these seven con men who are pulling this job, but they don't have like a base of operations. So they convince this old lady to like host them by pretending they're a traveling orchestra. So it's just these seven criminals and this old lady sharing a house, and they try to like use the old lady to pull off their scam, but then she messes it up because she's like an old lady, and it's like, uh-oh, whoop whoop whoop, like crazy comedy. And then they all kill each other at the end of the
Oh
movie.
wow.
Because they're like criminals, and it's like, I want to take half the pot. And it's like, you gotta earn
It's
your fair
bizarre.
share. Then they all kill each other, and the old lady's like, oh Jesus. And then
Is it violent?
uh it doesn't show any of the violence, but like, people die. It's a
Yeah.
very
I have a
old British
question.
movie. Yeah, go ahead.
Nothing to do with the movie. When you zoom, are you looking right into your camera?
No.
Are you okay? It looks like you are, and I was about to give you props for that because I'm like, I can't do that. Like, look, I can't just like stare into this and like have a full-fledged comment. Like, no, I can't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, I
Um,
try to let my eyes wander.
it looks like you are though, so that's good.
Etiquette is a whole monster. Anyway,
Um,
what did you watch?
I watched. I had to watch a lot of documentaries, and I'm gonna start with one called Beyond the Mat.
Okay.
It's about a mat, and they're beyond it. Um, no, Beyond the Mat tells a story of the WWF, which became the WWE. And it's really good. It's on Netflix, and it really shows you the life of these wrestlers. Just so people know, like job wise and like conditions wise, they have some of the worst job conditions ever for any industry.
Pretty right.
It's very hard to get into, and you're not treated well once you're into it. So I thought this was interesting because the main focus of it is it follows wrestler Mick Foley, who I've met him before in person. He's a really sweet guy.
Oh,
It's basically it shows wrestling from his point of view, and he's just like this really down to earth guy. He was like the champion for a while, and then they introduced this new wrestler. This is a really old documentary from like 1999. They introduced this new wrestler named Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
oh my goodness.
and
Mr.
they're
The Rock
basically
himself.
like, so Mick, you're gonna lose this, and Dwayne's gonna take your belt essentially. Put on a show, and this dude's nuts. I think I've shown you some of his matches. He's the guy who was on top of that cage one time, and he like fell. They threw him off the cage. He landed on the table, and his teeth came out, and they were coming out through his nose.
Oh
and stuff.
God!
You remember that video I showed you?
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to see some top-notch wrestling, go to YouTube and type in Mick Foley Hell in a Cell.
Don't do that. Oh my God, that's
dude. Once you think that match is over, it's just getting started.
I can't handle body horror. I don't like the whole.
I don't either, but you have to admit that match is spectacular.
No, I will not admit that. It's horrible.
So they don't show how they show like clips of Hell in a Cell, but they show the wrestling match where The Rock takes his title, and there's like and they show it from Mick Foley's perspective, and like he's like, you know, whatever gets the fans cheering, I want to do. So like The Rock is beating him with a chair and stuff, and this dude is bleeding, and he's just letting it happen. And the way they bandage him up afterwards, they're like, "Oh, you have a concussion," and they're just saying it like that. But what's interesting is they show it from that, but then they also interview his family, his wife, and his 2 little kids who were like 5 years old at the time, and they go to this wrestling match and they're watching it, and like the wife is crying, the kids are crying, and they have to like walk out. And like she's about to throw up, and it's so sad because you're like, oh my God, he's doing this to provide for them, and they're watching him, and it's a really well made documentary. I highly recommend it, but it's sad.
I barely even thought about that.
Yeah, dude, it's messed up. The wrestling industry is messed.
I feel like Fighting with My Family should have done a better job like talking about that.
Yeah, Fighting with My Family is a great movie though.
It really is. Okay,
it's like the lighthearted approach to the WWE.
That is true. We sugarcoat it.
The family friendly version.
I'll talk about this. I did not finish this show. I got through half of it, but it's called Modern Love.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's an anthology show, so every episode is like a different story, and the concept is that they're all true stories that were submitted to this like newspaper column of like, I met my husband going to the same grocery store 4 years in a row, like that kind of thing. And it's supposed to like the crux of the show is it's supposed to talk about how like love is messy and there's all these different ways how it can happen. But the first 4 episodes are just fucking so unbelievable and like over the top. It's so stupid. Okay, so the first episode is about this woman who has a doorman to her building, and the doorman is like nosing his way into all of her love stories where like she's bringing a guy home and the doorman's like, he won't last, and the like,
oh God.
And then like one guy gets her pregnant and she's like, there's no father for the baby, and the doorman's like, I'll step in and be the dad. And it's like, what the fuck?
So is this actually based on a true story?
Supposedly yes, but I don't believe a goddamn second.
What if this is real? And doorman man, if you're listening, what the hell is wrong with you?
A good question.
What the hell? Did they take creative liberties? Is that really how it played out? Are you just some kind of freak?
I'm assuming they like fudged it a little bit.
Wait a minute. Whoa! Can you imagine? You live in an apartment complex.
I do.
Could you imagine you bring a woman home, you get her pregnant.
Already, I can't imagine that, but go on.
She drops the baby off, says, Duncan, you know, I can't stand you, and you're too damn successful for me. Your Kunkin Dassner channel is just too popular.
Oh, stop.
I can't be here in the limelight. Take this.
Oh my God. Look,
actually, I don't think she would. Your doorman's kind of mean. Every time I came over, she'd say, what are you doing here?
Just hold on, because episode 2 is like even more nuts.
How many episodes are there?
I think there's like 13, but I only watched 4.
Is this a Netflix original?
It's on Amazon Prime. I recommend watching the first one just to get angry. But the second one has Dev Patel in it. Do you know who Dev Patel is?
Yeah, I know who Dev Patel is. Why would he do this?
That's a good question.
He owed someone a favor.
Oh, and I forgot to mention the first one. The lady who like has the doorman. She's played by the mother from How I Met Your Mother. So like, like all these familiar faces are in this terrible TV show, and I can't wrap my head. Or anyway, so the second one is Dev Patel plays like this inventor of a dating app or something, and he doesn't believe in love because he's all jaded, and he's like, oh, it's all numbers to me, love, because it's all dating, computing, and
It's
stuff.
all ones and zeros.
Yes. So then he meets this girl, and he's like, oh, she's taught me how to love, yeah, like now I get it, now I get it. And then she like completely cheats on him. And he's like, what the fuck, ow. So he leaves her, and then he's doing like he's talking to this reporter. The whole episode is like an interview, and the reporter is like, you gotta give her a second chance, man. Love is all about second chances. So then he goes back to the woman, and he's like, I don't care that you cheated on me, let's get married. And then it ends.
That's bizarre.
I don't understand what the goal of this show is, because it's trying to say love is messy, sure, but like it doesn't have to be like painful to watch.
Does it make you walk away feeling hopeful or something? Like
No.
no.
It makes me feel like people are fucking insane.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's modern love.
I watched a lot of Zachary Snyder films this month. I don't know why. I must have just been in the mood.
Zachary Snyder.
I watched for the first time, I watched 300.
Oh, what did you think of 300?
Have you seen it?
I have.
You have?
Mhm.
That's a movie for the boys, my dude. Like, that is a badass movie.
It's definitely, it feels like the movie equivalent of taking steroids.
Yeah. You know what? You nailed it. It's just a bunch of buff dudes in baby oil fighting people.
It's a bunch of shiny Trojan men.
Yeah.
Mutants and monsters.
I liked it. You know, it's mindless fun. It's a beautiful movie. Like it's gorgeous to look at.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, dude. Are you kidding me?
Very flesh colored.
I thought, yeah, but it like pops, you know? That's a very visually distinct film. I thought like cinematography wise, fantastic.
I'll give you that.
I like the colors though.
What colors? It was just brown and beige.
It popped though. It popped.
What do you think if the original 300 Roman soldiers like watched this movie? What do you think they would think?
I love that perspective. What
the fuck? There wasn't any lobster people.
Dude, that would be a good like anthology TV show where it's like a mystery science theater. Like we have these people come in and improvise like real people and watch movies like based off of them.
Yeah, like we
That'd be
get
funny.
Abraham Lincoln to watch Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. He'd be like, "What the fuck? I did real things.
I know, that'd be
I
funny.
ended slavery."
Yeah, I like 300. It was a bop of a film, a fun time. You know, violent, but good. I like that one guy who was like deformed.
Yeah, Quasimodo.
Yeah, he was cool.
What an interesting character, because right, the whole thing is like they're like, you're kind of fucked up, so we're not gonna let you fight. And then he's like, I still want to fight. So then he goes to the other team. That's interesting.
Yeah. It reminds me of like elementary school when no one would let me be on their dodgeball team. Then I'd kick the ball into the woods.
Holy shit. If I can't play, no one can.
If I can't play kickball, none of you are.
Fuck, I'm crying. Oh my god. I can totally imagine a little Frank just like getting picked.
I definitely think I did that one.
Like, God,
I wasn't like that much in elementary school. I wonder why.
He takes the kickball and just boom, like all into the street. Oh,
yeah.
funny.
What did you watch, Duncan?
I watched a fantastic Halloween movie. I watched ReAnimator. Have you heard about this?
I have not.
It's sort of like an old movie. I don't even know how to explain it, but like it's so good. It's about these pair of like surgeons, or it's about this surgeon who's in like a class and like medical school.
Mm-hmm.
And the new student is like kind of shady, but this guy needs a roommate, and so he and the shady guy start like living together. And then he realizes that this little kind of like scrawny little new transfer student has figured out how to reactivate dead people for like a limited amount of time. Like he's figured out how to like inject this juice into the brain to like kickstart it for like a little bit after death. Um, but like the people he gives it to, like they don't react well. They like go nuts. So like
Mhm.
this new student's like, you need to help me get to the morgue so I can like test my thing secretly on these bodies. And so they do that, and like heads get cut off, and like they accidentally kill like the dean of their school, so they have to like
Mhm.
bring him back. So like then he's going. It's fantastic. It's very gory. It's like, have you watched?
What's it? Is that on a streaming service?
It's probably on like the horror movie streaming service
The
Shudder.
Shutter?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know.
I might check that
Have you
one out. That
have you
sounds
watched
good.
The Thing?
I have not. That's on my list.
This movie is very similar in the body horror. Like people will like have tentacles come out of them, or like they'll be missing an eye, and like they're
So
all.
you'll watch this, but you won't watch Mick Foley and Hell in a Cell?
Well, okay, this is prosthetics. That's a real person.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Anyway, Reanimator is so great. It's such a romp. I'm definitely gonna watch it multiple times. Okay, Frank, before we move on to your next movie, I need to go get a drink of water. So just entertain the audience. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna tell you something. A little something about my buddy, my pal, my friend, Duncan Kastner. Duncan Kastner has a YouTube channel. Duncan Kastner does commentary videos. There's some stuff. So if you like what he say here, why not check him out over there? And you know what?
Plug me.
While you're there, tickle that subscribe button.
No.
Like some of his videos. And oh god, here he comes.
Stop plugging me. You don't have to do that.
I had nothing else to do. What do you want to do? Oh, this episode is brought to you by Mac Weldon. Get your freaking antimicrobial t-shirts.
What did you watch, Frank? Talk about something you've seen.
I watched two Netflix original movies, but I'll talk about one right now. I watched Enola Holmes.
Oh, I mean, wow.
Did you watch Enola Holmes?
I did not.
I'm so desperate for a new movie. I was like, Enola Holmes looks good. And you know what? I'll be damned. It was actually really good.
Really?
It was beautifully shot. I thought it was shot well. Enola Holmes breaks the fourth wall a lot, which worked really well for the movie. I thought Millie Bobby Brown has too many names, but I thought she did a fantastic job. Henry Cavill's a beefcake, but you already knew that. I just thought it was fun. It was a fun little mystery, a cute little character interactions. Got a little political in there, but it was okay. It was good.
Yeah,
And
don't, isn't it weird how like every Netflix special gets political for like 5 minutes?
yeah, I will say it got political for like 5 minutes, and then it was like, this is resonant.
I feel like they do that just to like get pictures of like the screenshot, and so they can like put it on Instagram and be like, we here at Netflix are #woke.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't really fit the movie,
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely like a 5-minute scene where Sherlock Holmes is talking to this lady. And it was definitely only there. No, I would say it did resonate with this film.
Okay.
I would say it would. I don't remember it that well, which is probably the worst thing I could say about a movie, but I liked it. It was fun.
I'll check it out if you like it.
I wouldn't check it out, but it was fun.
Really?
You know what, dude? Watch Star Wars Rebels instead.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna watch.
You need to watch Star Wars Rebels.
It looks so ugly.
It's so good though, dude. It's so good.
Well, I didn't watch that, but I did watch The Truman Show.
Ooh.
I think this is Jim Carrey at his best.
Want to see my impression of Jim Carrey? I've been working on it. Just the face.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was really good. Oh my God. Yeah.
I've had a lot of free time during quarantine.
So you practiced your can you do it again?
It was like a
Oh my God, what the fuck? We're not gonna cut to video because this is an audio podcast, but everyone, you have to believe me. Frank turned into Jim Carrey for like a minute. It's so weird.
Have you seen what's the line in Step Brothers where he goes, I heard you singing, and for half a second, I swear to God, you turned into Shakira. Yeah, the line was something like, for half a second, you turn into a mixture of Fergie and Jesus. It's something like that. Watch Step Brothers. Have you seen Step Brothers?
I don't remember it at all.
Have you seen it?
On like TV 4 years ago, yeah.
Oh, dude, Step Brothers is phenomenal.
That's what everyone says. Anyway, The Truman Show, I think it's a beautiful concept. And it's one of those, and like, I don't know. I can't, if you haven't seen it, it's like, I really recommend it.
How's wrong with you if you haven't seen it?
I don't think it's in like my top 10 movies, but I do think
it's one you should watch.
It's one of those that like I'm never gonna forget.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fun to be like, what if I'm the star of a TV show? Like, what if everyone's
But you know what you are the star of? The Duncan Dassner channel. Like and subscribe.
Oh
link in bio.
It's really
make sure you put the link in bio when you upload this.
That's really kind of, I don't need you to do promo for me.
I know you don't need me, but you know what? It makes me feel good about myself. Okay, we all can't have close to 2,000 subscribers, Duncan.
God, I love you.
And that number is growing every day, and you can be part of that growth when you subscribe to Duncan Dassner.
I'm gonna murder you. What have you watched?
I rewatched seasons 1 and 2 of Cobra Kai because Netflix added it.
Cobra Kai.
I was like, I better watch this for the 7th time. Cobra Kai is phenomenal. It really is. Like, oh my gosh. This is a show that could have easily just been like not good. Like a Karate Kid sequel series? What? But it kicks ass. And it's amazing. It's fun. I love the characters. I love the rivalry. I love the arcs. I love the cliffhangers. Oh my gosh. William Zabka as Johnny Lawrence. That is acting. Thoughts on Cobra Kai, Duncan?
You made me watch season 1 when we lived together 2 years ago. And I remember it being better than I expected.
Watch season 2.
But it was still a karate TV show.
I have an idea.
Yeah, what's your idea?
We should do an episode, like one of our monthly episodes. Maybe we'll do it like in December, January, and that'll be like our 1 year. When did we start this thing?
I think February.
Okay, maybe it'll be our like 1 year show where we make a list of stuff we each have to watch for at least and we have to talk like, and then from that point on, like every episode we have to say Duncan made me watch and Frank made me watch. I like
that. Oh, that's a really good idea. And I know you're only doing that so I can watch Cobra Kai.
Yes.
Oh man. All right.
We'll make each other a list so that way we're not like pressured to watch like an entire, because like it takes me a long time to watch a series and stuff. But I like that. I'm definitely making you watch Stargirl on the CW because I genuinely think you would like it. Only because I genuinely think you would like it.
You suggested this idea with like a motive.
Oh, of course.
Anyway, anything else on Cobra?
Cobra Kai is phenomenal. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, and Cobra Kai never dies.
Such a cult.
It is.
This was another British comedies movie.
Oh Jesus.
I watched Death at a Funeral.
That's British?
Yeah, and I actually really liked it.
Okay.
The concept.
Isn't that a Tyler Perry movie?
You are not thinking of the same. You were thinking of Medea Funeral.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Or maybe maybe he did make a remake of Death at a Funeral. Or maybe he did 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I don't know. There's too many funeral movies.
Yeah.
But this is a movie about like this family that has to come together over the death of their dad, and they've all got this like weird baggage, and like all this crazy stuff happens. One of them ends up on like experimental drugs. One of them like
Fun.
some Peter Dinklage plays a character who like had an affair with the dad and shows up at the
Is he
funeral.
British?
Blackmail. I don't. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's hard because on Game of Thrones he has a British accent, so like I
I
can't
don't
tell.
know.
Um,
He was great in Elf.
he actually was. I
He
really
was.
like his performance there. Um, but yeah, I just thought it was a very interesting character-based movie, very small concept, very tightly packed. It was interesting. Your turn.
I watched I'll get one of these documentaries. I
Oh,
watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix.
oh man.
For the most part, I liked it. I could have gone without the scripted stuff. You
Sure.
know, that scene where that spoiler alert, that scene where that girl they put her phone in the box and she has like a mental breakdown, like and she breaks the goddamn box at the middle of her dinner. I'm like, calm down, calm down. It's been
That was
5 minutes.
yeah.
That was cringy. But I thought it was good. I thought some fun facts, scary, you know. I've
Yeah.
been online, you know, I've seen people talking about Civil War and stuff, and I'm like, crap.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I started becoming really online in like 2012, and like my parents finally let me have a Facebook account.
Yep,
And
same
like
here.
it went from like Facebook to Instagram, then Snapchat, then Twitter,
Down the rabbit hole.
down the road. But it makes me think about the kids nowadays who are like getting a phone for like their 8th birthday, right? Like what is that going to do to kids?
Yeah, that's messed up.
Like because if you think about, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, they're going to be addicted to the Angry Birds,
It's
but like
weird because, like, oh god, I
like
wonder if
the
we have like this.
advertisers will start cataloging your data as soon as you start. So if you start at 8, they're going to know like that much more about you.
I want to know if we have this thing programmed in our brains where like something about the look of the cell phone, the shiny, the light that comes from it, something so enticing. Because even like I have a 1-year-old cousin, and like if you pull out a cell phone, like he'll crawl to it, like he's like drawn by it, and I'm like, that's. But I know a lot of babies that are like that too.
There's definitely some sort of like dopamine receptor in our brain that's like,
Yeah, it's bizarre.
yeah, it's fucked up is what it is.
Mm.
Like I don't God, I don't know if we're gonna be okay, but I really don't know if like little
Look,
kids.
like I think Facebook, like frick, Mark Zuckerberg,
Oh my God, Mark Zuckerberg.
Zucky Wucky, what are you doing?
That guy, he might be like the whole like, oh, I'm kind of awkward. Look at me. But like he's actively participating in like the downfall of society.
Yeah.
I, God, there's no good billionaire. They're all fucking insane.
Yeah. Oh well, what did you watch, Duncan?
I watched Scooby-Doo Zombie Island.
What the hell? What? Where? Why? And
This was like a Halloween thing. And like I haven't seen Scooby-Doo in a while. And like some friends were watching it. So like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Scooby-Doo.
okay.
Um, I got to admit, it was nice to sort of turn my brain off and watch a Scooby Doo movie.
Did you
Um,
watch Scooby Doo for a girl?
I'm no, no. I watched Scooby Doo. Okay, maybe
Okay.
a guy just wanted to watch Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Um, and like I didn't go into this movie expecting a whole lot, but it was interesting because like you know how the old Scooby Doo movies, there's like a big monster chasing them. They defeat it and then they pull the mask off and they're like,
Hmm.
oh no, it was Mr. Rutherford, the guy who owns the hotel down the street,
Yeah.
trying to drive out. Like it's always a guy. This was the first movie where like they try to do that and it doesn't work, and like it's actually something supernatural, and that was like a very pivoting moment.
Is it new? Is it like a newer movie?
No, this is like still animated. It was like I think it might have been after the James Gunn movies. the live action ones, and they were trying to like.
Those were directed by James Gunn?
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that weird?
I did not know that.
But I think those movies kind of drove a lot of people away from Scooby-Doo because they were like, Jesus. Why
Those movies were awesome.
it didn't translate to live action very well.
I thought they were awesome. I heard it's terrible, but I want to watch that new Scoob movie that came out.
You want to watch Scoob?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. I hope
you.
that works out for you. I'm not.
I hope it does too, man.
Anyway, Scooby-Doo Zombie Island is a very cute romp. Mark Hamill is in it.
Ooh.
He plays a
Luke Skywalker.
no, he plays a guy who owns a swamp boat and a big pig, and like he's hunting for a fish.
My kind of man.
What did you watch, Frank?
You know what? Let's get these documentaries out of the way. I watched a really good documentary. I'm taking a documentary class, so
I could assume, yeah.
every week I watched the Hulu original documentary We Are Freestyle Love Supreme, which is a story of a improv music group that was started by Lin-Manuel Miranda before he became Hamilton famous.
Oh my god.
Duncan, don't give me that face. I'll come to Chicago and I'll slap it right off.
You bring up Lin-Manuel Miranda in front of me,
Our Lord and Savior.
I
thought this movie was fantastic. Like, oh my god, this really gives you a dive into the kind of person he is. This dude's a freaking
weird
nerd.
Yeah, I know he's a nerd.
He's a nerd, and I loved it.
A musical about a historical figure.
He was wearing shirts like I'm wearing now, and he was like this scrawny dude like I am, and he's famous, so why can't I be?
All right. If you are famous, I hope it's for a better reason than fucking Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Whoa! Don't trash his name.
I just think he's an unlikable guy.
Why?
He's just a little too big for his britches.
Oh my, don't go there. Oh my god.
I'm just tired of watching him S his own D all the time.
Whoa. We don't talk like that on this podcast. You gotta tone it down. I'm not about that. You're ruining my brand.
I think he's a little too full of himself.
No.
He wrote a musical where half the songs are about how hot the main character is, and then he cast himself as the main character.
He had to be historically accurate. Have you seen pictures of Alexander Hamilton pull out a $10 bill?
Alexander Hamilton looks like a lump of like bread before.
It's all about timing, Duncan. It's all about the time. You gotta think about the time.
I'm sure everyone looked like raw bread back then too, but it doesn't make him any hotter. Of all the historical figures I'd potentially get down and dirty with, Hamilton's at the bottom of the list.
Do I want to know who's at the top?
Napoleon.
Who?
Napoleon.
Why?
I want to see if I could do it.
I feel like we should just end the podcast forever.
No, keep talking about your little documentary about Mr. Moan.
I don't know what to say anymore. It was good.
How many do you have left?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you see what I did there?
Yeah, it was great. I have 4, so why don't you go again?
I watched a Zack Snyder movie. I watched the director's cut of Watchmen.
What did you think?
Well, I've only seen the theatrical version. Why did I say that so weird? I've only seen the theatrical version. I love it. I think Watchmen's a masterpiece. I really like the director's cut. I think the extra 30 minutes. Now I hear there's an ultimate director's cut, which is 3.5 hours.
I feel like that's how Zack Snyder like makes his money. He just releases like 10 cuts of the same.
I feel like I feel bad for Zack Snyder because he makes these long movies and they're great, but then the studio's like, no, cut half your movie out. So then he does, and then they're bad when they're in theater.
4 hours, and then the movie is like, Zach, you can't fucking release a 4-hour movie.
Yeah, you can.
In theaters?
Yeah.
A 4-hour movie?
Why not? The Irishman was 3.5.
All right.
Yeah, I thought Watchmen was fantastic. I liked it. I enjoyed it. The director's cut just added something to it. I just love it. I watched it because I had to write a midterm paper for my classes, and I was like, let's talk about Watchmen.
Wow.
She was like, the TV show, and I was like, no. She was like, oh,
I've heard the TV show is good.
I've heard it's good. I don't have HBO, otherwise I would have indulged myself. But yeah. What did you watch, Duncan?
Well, I watched. We've already talked about this, but I watched Cats again.
Oh God.
It
Wait,
didn't.
again?
Yeah, I watched Cats again
Why?
for fun mostly. I was just like,
You own it?
no, but the first time I watched Cats, it felt like a bad drug trip. So this time I was like, let's see if Cats is still bad. Yeah, yeah.
How did you watch Cats?
It's on. Oh, I forget what streaming service it's on, but it's streaming.
Oh my God.
It was really bad. It was. I have you seen Cats yet?
I haven't. I want to.
God, it's fucking rough, but you'll never ever recover.
Is that all you have to say on Cats? I'll talk about a music themed movie I
But
watched.
before you do, I just want to make sure that everyone in the audience remembers that Cats is a show about a talent show for cats where the prize is that they get to die. Just so everyone's clear, that's what it's about. All right, it's your turn.
I watched the film Judy.
Judy.
Do you know what this is?
No.
It was nominated for Oscars.
Wow.
Renee Zellweger won. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She won Best Actress for it because she played Judith and Garland. It was really good. I didn't know crap about Judy Garland, and then I watched this movie and I was like, "Dang, Judy Garland."
She was in Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah, she was the
The girl.
Dorothy.
Yeah.
She wanted to go home.
She wasn't the lion.
Yeah.
The tinfoil man.
I'm really tired. It was fun. Okay, just leave me alone. What did you watch, Duncan?
No, talk more about Judy.
It was fine. No, it was good. It was a fun. It was a fun show, movie. I can't even think. Dude, I watched so much stuff this month. I can't even keep
No,
up.
I hear you.
Judy was fun though. I do remember being fun. I remember the actress sang very well. I liked the way it was shot. It was a sad story. It was a really sad story, but I think it's one that it was about the corruption of Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
and,
it sure is.
What it can drive people to. And I can't wait to be a part of it.
Oh man, good luck. I watched a TV show called Primal. It's an animated show, and I saw it advertised on a bus stop, and I was like, the advertisement is a caveman riding a dinosaur, and I was just like, oh, that looks interesting, and then I didn't watch it for like a few months, but then it was recommended to me, and so I was like, yeah, I'll watch it.
Is it streaming?
It is. It's on the Adult Swim streaming service that I.
Do they have their own streaming service?
There's an app on my Roku TV that I can access it through. I don't know if it's streaming or an app, but Primal it's fucking incredible. So it's about like prehistoric times, but what they do is there's no dialogue. So the entire show, there's no spoken word. And it's about this caveman. And in the first episode, his family gets torn apart by like this pack of dinosaurs. And so he starts hunting the dinosaurs. And then those dinosaurs like kill like these baby T-Rexes. And so the caveman and the mother T-Rex kill the other dinosaurs. And then they decide to like travel together. And it's these like this caveman and his pet T-Rex basically going from like in episode to episode, they like reach a new point of this world where there's like a different monster they have to fight, or like this person they have to help. And the best way I can describe it is it's Rick and Morty if it didn't have to rely on like meme dialogue. So
Okay.
it's like an adventure show, it's animated, but all the emotion is conveyed through visual storytelling. But yeah,
Okay, that sounds like fun.
it's actually like one of the best TV shows, or one of the best made TV shows I think I've seen in a while.
I watched a TV show.
Tell me about it.
I watched the first 2 seasons of a TV show.
Why do I feel like you're getting into something? What is
Into
it?
something what, Duncan?
What is it? I'm nervous.
I watched seasons 1 and 2 of the DC show Gotham.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it was gonna be something. My God.
As our followers know, I can't go an episode without talking about something DC related.
DC stands for dedicated.
You have a decision to make right now that could end very poorly.
Why don't you keep talking about Gotham?
I think okay, here's the thing.
Tell
So
me.
I watched Gotham when it was on, and then I don't, too many superhero stuff. I had to drop some. And
Too many superhero stuff. What have you done with Frank Vella?
So that's how life, dude. At that point in my life, I just did not have the time for it. So I dropped Gotham and Agents of Shield.
Arguably the good choices of things to drop. Yeah.
And so I was like, when I do my homework, I like to have on something in the background just to listen to, something I'm not really watching, but I can have myself. You know what? I feel like Gotham is like a show where like I enjoyed it enough where I could like listen to it, but I'm not like, my eyes aren't glued to the screen. So I think that's a good one. So start getting into it. I really liked season 1. People complained that it was all like, oh, it's too janky. It's the adventure of the week. I kind of liked it. Yeah, sometimes at points it feels like, hey, you like Batman? Especially season 2. Season 2 is like just slaps you across the face with like, you like Batman? Season 1 was fun. I thought my favorite character in this show, the dude that plays the Riddler. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he's phenomenal.
Oh wow.
He made me love the Riddler, which I liked the Riddler before, but he like made me love the Riddler.
Now I have a question about this Riddler because I don't know very many DC properties. The Riddler has always seemed like one of the more like lame characters because he's like, oh, riddle me this, Batman. What sleeps in the morning, walks on 2 legs in the afternoon?
It depends on the iteration. So like in the kid shows, but like when it's like for adults, he's really good. He's gonna be the villain in the new Batman movie.
New Matt Reeves Batman. So like, what is there to expect from this character?
He's very smart. He can outwit people. He does. He definitely has a silly quality to him in some iterations. They have the dead iterations. I like this version in Gotham because he's basically in love with this woman. He's kind of a simp, basically. He's basically a simp. And then he treats this girl well, but she keeps dating all these bad people. So one day he's stalking her. And this is a big spoiler. Big spoilers if you're into Gotham.
You're gonna make me become the Riddler if you don't date me.
And he runs into the boyfriend who's abusing her, and the boyfriend starts beating him, so he pulls out a knife and he kills him, and then becomes a psychopath. So then season 2 starts, and he's dating this girl, and he's like, because the girl like falls in love with him. She doesn't know he killed him. She doesn't know. Okay. And then so she's like, you know what? You've always been there for me. What the hell? Let's go. So then they're dating, and then he decides to open up to her basically and says, "But your last boyfriend, I killed him." So she starts freaking out, and he's like, "No, please don't tell anybody." And he grabs her throat. He's like, "Please don't!" And he accidentally kills her, and then he just becomes full. It's fun. It's really fun. I thought it was really fun the way they did it.
It sounds horrible.
It was fun to watch. It was like, oh man, this dude's losing his mind. He's become. You're a Batman fan, and you have to watch this dude named Edward Nygma in the GCPD, and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then
his name's Enigma.
They make it. His name's Edward Nygma.
Are you kidding me?
And No,
Why
but they
did
do a good job.
him QS?
They do a good job of making you like him before he becomes a psychopath. You're kind of rooting for him. So that when he becomes a villain, you're still rooting for him, even though you know what he's doing is wrong.
That's fucking insane. His name is Edward Nigma.
Why are you still on this?
Hi, my name's QS Mark.
Nice to meet you, Q.
It's like,
That's what I'd say. I wouldn't question it.
all right. Well, would you
would.
recommend Gotham?
I would. I like it. I think, if you're a Batman fan, you don't mind them going off from the comics, you'll like it. I think you'll especially like Edward Nigma.
Oh my God. Okay. I have two things left.
Me too.
I watched Fleabag. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of it.
This show is like therapy if the goal was to feel worse. It broke me down. It's a beautiful show. It is the best character work I've ever seen in anything. And it's heartbreaking to watch a character you love make bad decisions. And this show really leans into that. And just, it's very small. Like, it's not like you have to save the world, and it's not like there's a murder or anything. It's just this woman trying to connect with her family and the people around her. And the show's like, yeah, that's sometimes really hard to do. And like sometimes your family makes it hard to like love them. And it's beautiful. It broke me down. I'm so repressed. I haven't cried like out over like anything in the past 5
I've been crying every day for the past 7 months.
This show unlocked my tear ducts. Like I was
good.
finally able to cry after watching this show. It's art.
Do you think I look good with a butt chin?
What?
For those of you, because you can't see it, to the people, I'm folding my chin in half to look like a butt chin. Do you think it looks good?
As someone with a small butt chin,
you do. You have a small one. Does it make me look chiseled?
It makes you look like you have a tiny butt under your mouth. I don't know what you want me to do.
Do you like having a butt? I feel like you have the perfect, like, I want like a Ben Affleck butt chin. I feel like that's a good butt chin.
Does he have one?
Yeah, oh gosh. Do you think it'd be stupid if I tried to break my my chin on purpose?
I don't think breaking your chin will give you a butt chin.
Yeah, no, it's not guaranteed, but it's raining. It's a good dang, it is pouring cats and dogs in where I live. I'm not gonna reveal my location.
Oh my God. We've gone so far off the rails. What's your next thing?
I watched a Netflix original film, an Aaron Sorkin film called The Trial of the Chicago 7, which they shot on my
Chicago.
They shot on my street when I was living on campus.
I love Chicago.
It's a crime drama.
Tell us about the crime.
Can you stop doing that with your face?
What? I have to watch you make a butt chin, but you can't handle it?
I was asking if they looked good.
Talk about the Chicago 6.
I would never do it. But do you think they could plastic surgery give you a butt chin?
What are you
I would never
talking
do it because I like my face and I don't want to look like what's that racist lady's name?
There's so
Martha
many
Stewart.
What?
No, that's not the one. Joan Rivers. That's the one.
Oh my God. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
So the trial of the Chicago 7 is a crime drama. What's it called when they're in the court? Crime room.
A comedy.
I thought my life was a tragedy. Now I realize it's a comedy. Courtroom drama. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
It's a courtroom drama. It's very good. I thought it was very well written. I thought the ending was very powerful. Some people hated it. I thought it was very powerful. It lines up very well with recent events if you're into that. There's not much I can say about it without really spoiling it. I thought it was really well made, very immersive, and a good message.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for.
Badunkadunk, what did you watch?
This is my final thing. I watched Over the Garden Wall. It was Halloween.
I've been meaning to watch that.
It's so good. All right, this is kind of a spoiler.
What's the elf's name? What's the main dude's name?
The elf, his name is Wirt.
If you guys want to see Duncan dressed up as Wirt, go to the Kunkin Dassner YouTube channel and watch his Halloween special where he's dressed up as Wirt. Look, I plugged your channel 3 times. That's funny because comedy works in threes.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I did dress up as Wirt for Halloween. This show is, at its premise, it's 2 kids lost in the woods, but as the show goes on, it reveals that it's a little bit deeper than that. And right, that it's very harvest themed. So like all the trees.
Don't spoil it because it's on my Hulu list.
I won't spoil anything, but like, oh shit, there's a twist. Everything's very harvest themed. Like it's all the trees are like golden brown. They keep running into like these pumpkin people or these like skeleton people, and it's like they go from like town to town. They're trying to get home, and like they meet some friends. They meet some people who like betray them. It's very interesting. But at the end of the day, it is a show about these 2 brothers learning how to look out for each other. It's very cute.
Aw. I'm excited to watch it.
Highly recommend. Oh, if there's like a dark, rainy day where you have like
it's dark and raining right now.
This show is short. It's like there's 8 20-minute episodes. So I don't want to do math, but it's like a 2-hour experience.
Okay.
And it's over. So like, yeah, if there's a dark, rainy day, I'd recommend like getting a hot mug of cocoa, wrapping yourself up in blankets, and
We just got this good cocoa for our Keurig. It's like the Walmart brand, so it should be bad, but it's delicious.
wow, Walmart does something good, I guess.
Walmart, saving America.
Oh, what did you watch, Frank?
Remember how I said comedy works in threes?
Yeah.
I watched a Zack Snyder film. I watched to get in the Halloween spooky spirit. I watched his zombie movie, Dawn of the Dead.
Wow.
Have you seen Dawn of the Dead?
What happens in it?
They're zombies and they're attacking.
Yeah, but like, is it the one where they're in the mall?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have seen it.
This movie's freaking awesome. It's a fun time. I enjoyed it. Like, I watched it on that new streaming service, the crappy one, Peacock.
You got Peacock?
It's free. Why not? Well,
That's
they have
how
a
they
free
get
version
you.
of it.
That's how they get
What? What?
The first one's free, and then they get you hooked.
No, it's like they have free movies, and then they have stuff that has a little peacock feather next to it, and that's the stuff you got to pay for.
Ugh.
It's good. It's a good movie. You can watch it for free on Peacock right now with ads. But
Are they paying you? Stop plugging Peacock.
And then after Peacock, go to YouTube and type in Duncan Dassner.
All right, now that's 4. That's 4 times.
And then get your free Disney Plus subscription, buy HBO Max, and buy everything at Walmart.
There's too many streaming services, man.
Did I mention that we're being brought to you today by, what are those headphones called?
Beats by Dre.
No, never mind. I like Dawn of the Dead. It's a good movie. That's what we watched in October.
Oh, Raycons.
Raycons.
I bought Raycons and they don't fit in my fucking ears.
This episode's brought to you by Raycon. They don't fit in your ear.
Buy Raycon. They don't fucking work. I don't think I'm ever gonna get a Raycon sponsorship.
Did you want a Raycon sponsor?
Depends on how much they pay me.
What are they gonna do? Send you free headphones that don't fit in your ear?
Watch this. Watch how they.
Can I look at your ear? Do you just have weird ears, or is it the headphone?
I'm gonna get my Raycon right now.
Get that all up in there. Yeah, let's see. We're getting to the bottom of this because here at the Mr. Movies podcast, we don't mess around. We don't.
Oh wow, yeah, these are fucking terrible. So here they are, right? They're these little pellets,
Okay.
and there's like an L and an R for all you
Yeah.
stupid people out there. Anyway, so you're just supposed to like nestle them into your little
Were they
little
expensive?
sound snugglers, just like, ooh, I can listen to my music as I work out or do the dishes. Here they are. They're in. Or are they? Oh, there's one.
Wait. Maybe they
Oh.
printed the left and the right wrong. Did you try swapping ears?
You want me to put the right one in my left ear?
Yeah.
Are you a liberal?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean,
Thanks for watching our October edition of the Mr. Movies podcast.
I just have weird ears, I guess.
Please like it if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button. Please come back.
Bye, everyone. See you in November.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, it is November. Fuck. All right, bye. Love you.